What's happening, everyone? TomGorian and EA Sports F1 earlier today released their first deep dive for F1 25, talking about the changes in my team and also driver career mode experiences. And I'm not gonna lie, I came into this with absolutely nothing of hope or expectation, and I'm actually kind of excited with some of the changes and the updates that they've made. The biggest takeaway from the deep dive trailer that they just released a couple hours ago is that this year's My Team career mode is going to be more like F1 Manager than the standard driver career mode experience that we've had ever since F1 2020. The trailer will be playing in the background as we read the blog here today, but I've seen the trailer once and it's actually gotten me very interested in my team this year. The biggest takeaways that I just got from the trailers are the fact that we now have free roam as far as our sponsor decals, as far as where we can put our sponsors. That's something that we've been wanting for ages. The main mode of the game now is the fact that you're a team principal now, so you're no longer a driver career as far as driving the car and owning the team. You're now solely a team principal, which is pretty much like F1 Manager. You can select two different drivers, and it looks like you have free reign as far as what drivers you want to select, as far as Formula 1 drivers, Formula 2 drivers, if you pre-order the game, Formula 3 drivers, or you can either select the Connor Sport drivers or the F1 icons as well. And speaking of F1 icons, the biggest thing from this trailer is the fact that F1 icons can now be used in AI teams. And the two examples they gave was Michael Schumacher can drive for Ferrari and Ayrton Senna can drive for McLaren. So I don't know how that's going to work as far as when or how many seasons we have to play until these F1 icons can be, used by AI teams. But I think that's absolutely tremendous how we can actually race against Michael Schumacher and against Ayrton Senna and Nigel Mansell and all these different drivers instead of driving with them. Because back in the past, when you drove with them, when you got them on your team, it was kind of weird. But now it's like, okay, this is now an all-time driver roster now. So I'm going to read the blog that came underneath the video. Go back here. All right then. All right, so this is no longer my team. It's now my team 2.0. So alright, so as mentioned as a part of our reveal, my team is having its biggest overhaul since it was introduced in F1 2020. And it just goes on about the things that we've seen in the trailer. For F1 25, however, we're shaking things up as my team 2.0 sees you take on a more authentic, management-focused role as a team owner. So team owner and also team principal as well. We're going to be handling day-to-day running of critical facilities that make an F1 team, succeed, such as engineering, personnel, and also a corporate facility. So it looks like this year we're going to be having 3 separate personnels or 3 separate facilities instead of the 6 that we had in F1 2020. And we'll be responsible for recruiting and managing a pair of drivers. So like I've said, F1, F2, F3, or F1 icons as well, including Connor Sport as well. Now, I don't know if the Apex drivers, if they're going to be in the game when that content comes out. But again, yeah, this is going to be a massive roster. During race weekends, you'll be given the choice to. So we will be choosing. So it looks like we're going to be choosing which driver we want to race as. And they gave us as an example as if we're going to go for the drivers, we might select one driver, or if we want to be even and try and get more constructors' glory, we're going to be selecting the other. By managing the competing concerns of the 2 drivers instead of one single teammate, you'll discover what kind of owner you have to be. We believe this refreshed approach allows you to craft a My Team story that's unique to you, unlocking new avenues of decision making for you to explore. Maybe there's a scenario where we have to give a team order or something, I don't know, but that would be interesting. As a team owner in My Team, you'll be required to manage many of your team's facilities, each with a unique responsibility. the engineering facility separates research and development. So R&D is no longer one thing in this year's game. It's now two. It's now two separate things. When developing a part, you spend time researching that part. So it's no longer now buying a certain upgrade. You now have to do research. You'll need to decide where to focus for the team's efforts. You could choose to develop parts for both drivers simultaneously. However, whilst this execution will cost less, it will take longer. So it looks like, as far as wanting upgrades, we might have to go in a more realistic approach as far as buying one upgrade for one driver and then also making sure that the other driver as well gets the upgrade for the next weekend. You may wish to develop one single part for your informed driver, so it's ready for an upcoming Grand Prix. Again, you might get one driver, but again, you might create that story where one driver is the number one and the other one's number two. So trying to balance out the both drivers is very interesting. We got a couple of screenshots of the new facilities as far as the new hub as well. Reflecting the changes made to the real-world sport, your team's placement in the Constructors' Championship will impact your resources income. So, they have listened to us. The cost cap is in F1 25, and also all the rules as far as the cost cap, as far as R&D, as far as Constructors' points, as far as the money that we get. The money that we get in F1 25 will impact our play. Whether you're currently at the top of the constructors or at the bottom or somewhere in between, your resource point income will be adjusted accordingly, with the team to the top having fewer resource points propel their R&D efforts and those at the bottom having more. Thankfully, thank goodness for that. The personnel facility introduces a new driver contract system with unique outcomes. So I believe this is the same contract system that we had last season or last year in the game. This updated system is influenced by how you interact with different drivers. So it looks like secret meetings will be a part of my team in F1 25 again, by taking some time to meet multiple drivers. So we could be meeting multiple drivers at once to discuss terms. You can figure out the best driver lineup for your future team, but conversations will be leaked as well to other drivers, so they may be impacted. So if you're speaking to Ayrton Senna and you're talking to Michael Schumacher, then those talks to Michael might impact your relationship with Ayrton. That's kind of interesting. There are plenty of talented staff to make up in your team. And we've got workforce as well. So we've got to pretty much decide as well how many men and women we have on our team. And as you can see, there is the bar there, the slider, as far as workforce and also max capacity, excuse me. So as you can see, look at this one. So we've got 151 out of 387. However, the ongoings is in red. So it looks like we're going to have to manage our spending in the cost cap as well. And yeah, we have to find that sweet spot as far as how many numbers we actually need for certain parts. So it's definitely more. This career mode is certainly taking inspiration from F1 Manager. The finance management is where the corporate facility comes into play by spreading your outgoings effectively throughout the season. You have to keep your head above water to review your spending often. And as you can see, there is income and the outgoings. We had that in the previous games. And as you can see as well, cost cap as well. Finance history and also the cost cap as well. The choices you make throughout the year will shape your ownership style by laying the foundation for your My Team legacy. The new HQ will allow you to explore an entirely new facility improvement system with a wealth of strategies for you to pursue. And as you can see, there is the new base, the Team HQ. We saw this already. Just as with everything in My Team, you'll have the choice, you have to choose of how you want to expand your facilities and grow your team. Dominate XP, drivers XP, blah, 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 blah. Right, strategic responsibility. Now that My Team in F1 25 has retired the role of owner-driver in favor for the team owner, this opens up new strategic responsibilities. Okay. Lot to consider when making a decision as to which driver's shoes you race. So this is what I'm talking about. You get to race, you get to choose which driver you want to race as for that certain weekend. So again, they go into the the scenario of, do you choose the driver competing for the World Championship, or do you want an even Constructors campaign? And in this screenshot they use, so that's Jarno Otmir. They haven't updated Jarno. They haven't updated Jarno in F125 in this build. And yeah, Jarno looks the same. I've got Victor Martins in F2 as well. With near limitless possibilities in how each race weekend and season can pan out, it's up to you to make the right call. So this is kind of new. So we've got a fan base. So pretty much accolades make a return in F125, and this is based on seasons, on points as well. As your fan rating progresses, you'll gain ongoing perks to make your team more effective. What does that mean by more effective? Unlocking the possibility of a new signing, of a new lucrative signing, title sponsors, and it might find it easier to sign more prestigious drivers. So I don't know if this is our default team principal. Maybe we get to choose or customize them, hopefully. Familiar faces and new possibilities. Both my team and driver career benefit from significant changes to the driver icon system. Okay, so for the first time, both of these modes will allow AI teams to control the option to recruit driver icons. That's massive. That's big for this year's game. So again, Michael Schumacher could be at Ferrari, or Senna could be at McLaren. That is huge as well. Jack Villeneuve, he could be at Williams. So yeah, we could have a mix of F1 drivers, F2 drivers, and F1 icons on the grid. And then they go into different scenarios as far as getting Connor Sport as well. Not only that, but for my team, you can take ownership of one of these two teams. Wait, hang on a minute. In the first, F125 gives you to add an 11th team to the grid, either by adding Connor Sport or Apex GP. Now, I wonder if we can make our own team and also have Connor Sport or Apex GP, or even have both. Maybe that would be absolutely sick. And yeah, pre-order bonus, blah, 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 standard edition. And then the next deep dive will be coming on the 17th, which is talking about graphical enhancement, circuit authenticity, and brand new customization options. And yeah, that is about it for F1. Is there a blog here as well? No, that's the blog. That's literally the same thing. But yeah, F125, my team, looks kind of sick, and hopefully we get more info onto the customization as far as what we can do with our cars, with our liveries, next week. So next, that is the 17th is next Thursday. So yeah, F125, it looks sick, and hopefully the my team element is a much needed game changer, because it's been the same thing for the last 4 years, and finally we're getting an upgrade. It looks more, it's taken more in towards the F1 manager style approach this year with the team owner, how we can choose two different drivers, and we have to cater to one or the other and manage finances and also be in the cost cap as well. But I'm glad that they've got the cost cap. I'm glad that we've got F1 icons for AI teams, and I'm glad that we've also got more customization as far as the logos and the liveries are concerned. But what are your thoughts on F125 My Team? Did you expect more, or is this what you've been waiting for? Leave it down in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe for more F125 news, especially when that second deep dive comes next week. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave like, share, comment, and subscribe for more F125 content if you smell what the Scouse one is cooking.